Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be doing the part-time YouTuber tag. So if that is something you're interested in seeing, just go ahead and keep watching. So I saw both Theresa is Dead and Heather Austin do this video. I don't know who the originator of the tag is, but I will link both of their videos down in the description box. And I'm going to start with the first question, and it is, what is your main gig? Do you work full-time? Are you a student, a parent? Spill the beans. So I do work full-time. I am not a student or a parent, and I work at a warehouse. I'm not going to say which one, but I do work at a warehouse, and I work in the shipping and receiving department. I have what we call a relief job, so I have to know every job in my department within a certain block of time, and they schedule me within that 8-hour block to cover whoever is missing. So I have to know a ton of jobs. I have to do everything. The hours suck because they can schedule me anywhere from noon to 8 p.m. I have no kind of consistent schedule, and I get thrown around the warehouse, do this, do that, do the next thing. It's crazy. But I do things like stack boxes in a freezer, and I mean a freezer, an industrial drive-in freezer. It is about 0 degrees. I think the coldest temperature I've noticed on our thermometer was like -8. Yeah, it's no joke. But I also load frozen trailers. I drive a pallet jack and load pallets onto frozen trailers. I also drive a forklift and move pallets around, set up departments, break them down. I do lots of stuff. I am the first and only female to ever have held this position in my building. And of all the jobs I do, I am the first female to do 3 of them and the first and only female to do 2 of them. So kind of proud of that, not gonna lie. It is very much a man's job. But yeah, that is what I do. So question number 2 is, what made you want to start YouTube? So I have been thinking about starting a YouTube channel for years. I just love makeup so much, and I watch so much beauty content that it just seemed like something I wanted to give a try. I always put it off. I had one excuse after another. I didn't have the right equipment. I didn't have the right space. And actually, when I was looking at this house, the second I walked into this room, I knew that this was going to be my beauty room. I had planned out how I was going to set up my filming space right from when I bought this house, and this was like 3 years ago now. And then last year, I finally decided to just go for it. Maybe it worked out, maybe it didn't. And then it kind of just snowballed. My fiance bought me this camera, and now I've got a bunch of equipment, and I'm kind of just doing this thing. So, yeah. I've always wanted to do it, and a year ago, I just decided to go for it and see what happens. So question number 3 is, what is your channel about? Do you stick to one niche or do you cover a few? So my channel is almost exclusively beauty and makeup. I have a couple hair videos and a couple like decorate with me videos, but they're very few and far between. I do want to stick with makeup primarily. I had kind of intended on doing like maybe some fashion stuff and some workouts, but I'm not doing much fashion or workouts right now, so maybe in the future I will throw some other stuff in there, see what works and what doesn't, but as for right now, it is exclusively makeup content and some hair videos sprinkled in. Question number 4. Did you always know YouTube would be a side gig, or do you ever want to be a full-time YouTuber? Listen, I would quit my job for 20 bucks and a bag of Skittles. I'm just kidding. Peanut M&Ms. But no, nothing on God's green earth would bring me greater joy than quitting my job. I would love for YouTube to be a full-time thing. I don't know how realistic that is. I mean, it takes a lot of time and work to be able to live solely off of a YouTube income. I think even if I ever did make enough money on YouTube to quit my job, I would probably always have like some sort of side thing going on because YouTube is just not a very reliable career. But yeah, I would love for YouTube to be my primary job. It's just probably a long ways away for that. Question number 5. What is your schedule like? When do you film? When do you edit? So my days off from my regular job are Saturday, Tuesday. So I film my new makeup release video every Saturday, and I used to work every Tuesday, but I just recently, a couple months ago, stopped working 6 days a week because I'd been doing that for years and years and years, so I wanted a break. I decided to give myself Tuesday to kind of invest in my channel. So because I only have those 2 days a week that I have the full day off, I try to batch film on both of those days. So if I can get 2 videos out of each day, or at least 3 for that week, that is my ideal situation. So right now I'm filming this and I'm gonna film another one right after. That is why you usually always see 2 videos of me wearing the same look. So that is what works best for me. And as far as editing, I edit right on my phone. I use iMovie that came with the iPhones. I transfer the footage onto my phone and then I'm able to take this and edit. I don't have to have a laptop with me. I don't have to be home. I do a lot of my editing on break at work whenever I get a chance. It's just so convenient for me to have everything on my phone. So yeah, I edit whenever I can. Question number 6, how do you keep your YouTube channel organized? Do you plan videos ahead or just film what you feel like? I am not much of a pre-planner. I do like lists occasionally, but I have a tendency to just make a list and not ever look at it again. But I don't have much pre-planning involved at all. All I know is that new makeup release gets filmed on Saturday, gets edited on Sunday and Monday, and posted on Monday. That's all. In terms of what else I'm gonna film for the week, I usually don't have any pre-planned ideas. Sometimes I'm getting ready and I don't even know what I'm gonna film until I sit down and do it. So I'm not much of a planner. I think Theresa said she's got like spreadsheets and all this. That is not me. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of person. So I do have a fancy Lisa Frank notebook that I occasionally will write things down in and pre-plan, but generally it's just go with the flow, whatever I feel like filming that day. Question number 7, how do you feel about sponsored videos on YouTube? Have you, would you ever do one on your channel? So I am completely in favor of sponsored content. I don't know why some people are so put off by it. I mean, legally now you have to disclose it. So, I mean, maybe back in the day when it was just kind of shady and no one would say who they were working with, you know, I think now it's just so much more open. And honestly, I think a lot of people overestimate how much you get paid from actual YouTube revenue. I just found an AdSense calculator when I was looking up the questions for this video. And in order for me to make off of YouTube revenue alone what I make in my job in a year, I would have to get roughly upwards of 60,000 views a day to make what I make at work pre-tax. So it's not a lot. Unless you're a huge YouTuber and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views on your videos, you're really not getting paid all that much from views alone. So sponsored content is just a really good way to kind of pay these creators for the time that they're putting in. Now, would I ever consider doing sponsored content on my channel? Absolutely. If it's a product or a brand that I know and love, I would have no problem working with them. Or if it was a new brand, but they allowed me to be honest, if it wasn't like, we're gonna send you some stuff, you have to say this, this, that, the third, you can't say anything bad. That's not really something I would be interested in. If a brand were to allow me to say like, oh, I like this, but I didn't love that, or this was great, but this wasn't exactly for me, that's something I would be interested in doing. Now, if you ever see a photo of me advertising Sugar Bear hair or like Skinny Fit tea, report that because it's fake. I would never work with a company like that. So as long as it's like a good, honest sponsorship, I don't see a problem with it at all. And last up, question number 8, what do you think is the biggest challenge of doing YouTube part-time? I think the most common answer is just gonna be time. I know both Theresa and Heather said that they wake up like stupid early in the morning to film a video before their day gets started. I cannot do that. I have a crazy schedule. I can work at 12 p.m. one day and then do an overnight at 8 p.m. the next day. So me waking up at the ass crack of dawn to film a video just can't happen. I think finding the time to dedicate to your channel is always going to be the most complicated part of this. Even if you work part-time or maybe you have a family or you run your household, whatever it is that you do, like finding the time to put your makeup on, do your hair, get dressed from the waist up, sit down, film a video, and then edit it all. It's a lot. So I definitely think finding the time to do everything is the most challenging part, whether you have a full-time job, part-time job, if you're raising children, maintaining a household, whatever it is that you do, finding the time to film, edit, upload, it's a lot. So that was it for the part-time YouTuber tag. If you are a part-time YouTuber, I would love to see what your answers to these questions are. And if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you would consider liking, subscribing, and coming back for some more content. Bye.